everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Miss V here today. These glasses have a glare. Take these glasses off. No, I can keep them on. How y'all doing this morning? Well, anyway, I'm headed to work. It's still dusk outside. It's 5:56 a.m. It'll brighten up by the end of this video. But anyway, this be my little quality time on my way to work and on my way home. So I decided I'm gonna start doing more vlogs, driving to and from work, because that's when I had the most time. Because when I'm at home, I'm doing 100 things at one time. And so as y'all know, I have like a 30-minute commute, so I have like 30 minutes to do a video. And sometimes me and some of my co-workers, we carpool together. So yesterday I couldn't do it on the way to work because I was carpooling with somebody, and that's a good way to save on gas. It's like 4 of us that ride together when our schedule permits. But anyway, this morning I want to talk to y'all about, I want to try to do these story times like in sort of like in chronological order, like when they happen. First of all, I want to go on and get all the stories out the way of things that happened like when I was married the first time, because they were like in my 20s. I'm 46, getting ready to be 47 years old. My birthday next month, y'all. Hey, I will have been on YouTube 1 year. I uploaded my first video August the 28th on my birthday, 2017. And I'm thinking about going live and having me a birthday party. What y'all think about that? When I can figure out how to go live. I'm going to do a test live before then. But anyway, y'all gonna party with me? Give me some feedback in the comment section. But anyway, before I start this video, let me do a disclaimer. One of my supporters, Mr. Michael Gilchrist, gonna put in my comments talk about Veronica bashing doctors. I ain't bashing no doctors. I'm just telling you my experience and my opinions of them. That ain't bashing. Bashing doctor will be like, this is my idea of bashing doctors. All doctors are such and such, such and such. And I wouldn't dare have a doctor that's bashing a doctor. Mr. Michael Gilchrist. I know you said it in fun, but I just want to clear that up. So let's get on to the video. So I want to talk to y'all about the time when I got to fight with the other woman. I don't know how old I was, but anyway, so if y'all got to follow my channel, y'all gonna have to follow my vlog to understand my stories, because you know my stories, one is feeding off the other one, because you know I can't make no video long enough to tell all of them at one time, and plus I don't like the real long videos. I try to keep my videos most of the time under 15 minutes, but you know, story time I'll keep it, you know, however long it goes to where I can get to a good stopping point. So anyway, so remember, I had all my family and friends move me out to the apartment. Okay, I was staying in the same apartment at the time. So mind you, that's what's dangerous about any type of abuse, physical, emotional, or mental abuse. Even though I had left my husband physically, he still had my mind and my heart mentally and emotionally. Those are the worst two. So he knew what to say, you know, to kind of get me where he wanted me. He did that for however long he could until I wised up. So even though I had left him, I was still talking to him or whatever. So this particular night I was at home, laying down, getting ready to go to bed, and he called me. And he was in a motorcycle club at the time, and his club was having a party. And he asked me would I come, and I told him nah, I wasn't interested in coming. So, you know, he sweet talked me, did whatever he normally do. Whatever he did, I can't remember. Because he had my mind and heart for so long, I just can't remember. So anyway, in other words, he sweet talked me to come on to the party. So I went to the party. It was a nice little crowd. Really wasn't my crowd. I went into the motorcycle biker party thing. And he kind of knew that, but I'm trying to figure out to this day why he even asked me to come. So I'm in the party, just having a good time, sitting at the bar, whatever. He'll hang out with his friend, then he'll come over there, you know, he come over there enough for me not to get mad to leave. You know, he was back and forth at the table with his guy friends at the bar. Come to the bar, buy me something to drink or whatever, sit and talk for a minute. So we went and danced. Went to the dance floor, and I noticed this girl. And mind you now, whether people tell you or not, when they married and they know and they find out that their spouse is cheating, 9 times out of 10 they did enough detective work to find out who it is, or somebody came and told them who it is. In other words, I knew who his other woman was. So I look out from the dance floor, and she's standing at the bar. I was saying to myself, now why he called me? Okay, I already left him. We talking about divorce, so he talking about he want to get back together. I was thinking to myself, now why he called me to this club knowing that his woman was gonna be there? Okay, so he claimed he didn't know she was gonna be there. So they confirmed that she was the woman, because he didn't know that I knew, but the way I put it to him, he knew that I knew. So he had to come clean that night. So okay, so when we got through dancing, I had on like a pantsuit and a jacket. But I took the jacket off when I went to the dance floor. And so it was hanging on the back of the chair. So when I got back to the bar, it had fell on the floor. And she was standing on the jacket. I was saying to myself, now, I know she feel this fabric up under her feet. She don't feel this concrete under her feet. And so I tapped on the shoulder and told her I need to get my jacket. And so she, you know, of course she knew who I was. So we had words. And next thing I know, we were fighting. All I remember was her hitting me and me hitting her, and we just swing. It wasn't no knockout, drag out. It wasn't no Mike Tyson fight. It was just two ignorant women at the time, throwing a few punches. So I remember this guy that I knew grabbed me, and somebody grabs her. And so after that, I got mad and left and ran to the car. I was so mad. I was like, that's it. I'm through with him. So he ran out to the car, you know, doing his little sweet talking, telling me, she just jealous. She just want what you got, such and such. You know how they tell you. And I'm in my 20s, y'all. I'm still in my 20s. I still don't know no better. I'm falling for it like a fool. Anyway, I was mad enough to go on and leave. And so he stayed at the party. I guess, I don't know if he sweet talked or what he did. He claimed he didn't say nothing to her. Of course, she all right. But anyway, I went on back to my apartment. I was so mad. So I went and called one of my friends, and we were just laughing and talking about it or whatever. And so, after that, I stopped talking to him for a while. Then he reeled me back in. I just be sitting up thinking about this stupid stuff I did. But I guess that's why I'm so wise now, because they say I'm hard on a man. I ain't hard on a man. I just have been through so much. And I know what God promised me, and I'm not going to, I ain't saying my husband perfect now. What I'm saying is, at this point in my life, because of all the stuff I went through, now I was at fault. I did a lot of stuff I ain't had no business to. I'll tell you them stories later. But being that I experienced the stuff that I experienced in my first marriage, I refuse to be in an unhappy marriage. I'd rather be by myself than to be happily and unhappy again. I mean to be married and unhappy because of my experiences. I'm not saying we have problems. We agree to disagree. We just like everybody else. But to just be in a marriage and just say I'm on, like if somebody asked me, are you happily married? My answer would always have to be yes. It don't have to be, if I ever get to the point where it's okay, or I start saying, well, it is what it is, that kind of stuff, I refuse to be in it. Believe me when I tell you, because that's a bad feeling. The most lonely time I've ever had in my life is when I was married the first time. That's bad to be with somebody and be lonely. Now, the 10, 15 years that I was single, I never felt that type of loneliness. So that's a bad feeling, y'all, to be with somebody and still feel lonely. So I refuse to have those type feelings. So that's the purpose of me telling y'all these stories, so y'all can see my growth and understand why I'm the way I am now. It is not on him. I'm not telling y'all this stuff just to be, or Miss V telling all her business. No, I ain't telling my business, God's business, because this is a ministry he working on through me. You know, of course, some things I'm not going to share with y'all. Some things you're going to go to the grave with. If it's not going to be beneficial to helping somebody. Or if he haven't told me to tell y'all, I'm not going to tell y'all. I'm telling y'all this stuff to help somebody. Because there might be somebody in the same situation. And I may keep them from going down the same road I went down. Of course, I know people still going to have to make their own mistakes. Because my mama used to always say, boss sense is the best sense. And she was right. That's the best thing in the world. For you to actually make the mistake yourself and learn yourself, that's the best way in the world. Because some of these videos, you know, people, they'll be like, well, that won't never happen to me. They just have to see. But anyway, I told y'all that little story. That's for somebody. But anyway, yeah, I've been through a lot. We all done been through a lot. That's part of the growing process. You have to go through. But yeah, I be thinking about all that crazy stuff. But yeah, that's what's going on. But Miss V is happy. Miss V made a lot of mistakes in her 20s. And then at my 30s, I started wising up a little bit. In my later 30s, I started getting back close to God. That really has what brought me my joy. It adds to your joy. But if you don't have God in your heart, you hadn't fully experienced it. I'm not talking about this religious stuff. I'm talking about spiritual. So I'm gonna do a video on when I was a churchgoer versus now that I'm a Christian. It's a difference. Totally different. Religion versus spirituality. There is a difference. But yeah, I'm enjoying doing these vlogs. I know I say that on every vlog, but I am. Because I feel like it's helping somebody. I know y'all listening. And I know there's ones of you watching me that don't comment. That's fine. Because there's a lot of videos I watch. You know, I don't always get to comment. A lot of y'all, I'll be watching y'all on the way to work. Or, depending on what you're doing, I watch videos and I mute it. Say like if I'm in a doctor's office or whatever. You know, and I don't have my headphones. So I try to do all kind of stuff to support everybody. But doing these YouTube videos, you really have to do it. You really have to have a passion for whatever your content is. You can't do it for to get monetized and make money. I wish y'all could see this car that just flew by me. Like he on his way straight to heaven. Ooh, Lord. People just don't have no regard for other people's lives. So anyway, I want to tell y'all this little story. So since I got a few more minutes, I'm gonna tell y'all some funny stories about some patients in the hospital now. I talked about the doctors. Now I'm talking to y'all about these patients. These are some funny stories to me. Anyway, I had this one patient. Now, mind you now, I have compassion for people. I understand. You know, you in the hospital, you're not feeling good. Usually when people not feeling good, a lot of times they are going to be a little cranky. I understand that. Because I'm a little cranky when I'm not feeling good. So, you know, I realize a lot of times that when we walk in a room to give a breathing treatment or whatever we doing, that we may have walked in the room right after the doctor has came in and gave the patient some bad news. So, you know, I'm sympathetic to that fact. So a lot of times, you know, when patient be mean to me, you know, I don't take it personal. But you can kind of tell when somebody having a bad day, or if that person is just mean all the time. Well, I can kind of tell. So anyway, this particular patient, it was a lady. I had already been in her room to get her breathing treatment that morning. No, that's the wrong story, y'all. Erase that. I don't even know if I'm gonna edit it out. I might leave it in because y'all know Miss V. No, I hadn't given this patient a treatment. This was my first time meeting this patient. Okay, so I went in the room, knocked on the door, told them what department I was from, and went on in the room. So when I went in the room, she had a room full of family. And so when she answered, she was like, "What?" I said, oh, I was saying to myself, oh Lord, here we go. Just mean, just rude. So I went on, introduced myself, told her what I was there to do. And she just, you know, snapping the whole time. Every time I say something. Asked her, could I borrow a finger so I can check her oxygen level? What you need my finger for? You know, just get smart. So, okay, Lord, help me. So she just kept on getting smart. The family, you can tell that the family were used to it, because most of the time, a daughter or a family member say, Mother, why are you being so ugly? You know, they'll say something. But you can tell that they were used to her being mean because they ain't open their mouth. So I was saying to myself, okay, this how she is all the time. Okay. So I went on, did what I had to do, getting ready to give her the breathing treatment. I said, Lord, this woman's so ugly. I said, but Lord, I need you to help me, because I got to say something to her to make her realize that there's no need for her to be so ugly. So right when I was getting ready to leave out the room, I said, ma'am, can I ask you something? She said, yeah, go ahead. I said, have you always been this nice? Baby, her family fell out laughing. They were so tickled. They said, ooh, Mother, she got you. Because you were mean to her. And she looked at me. She was so mean. She was so mad at me. And she was like, yes, I've always been this nice. She just being sarcastic. But really didn't want to acknowledge what I had said. For real. So when I went back to take the treatment out, the family was gone at this point. Me and her started talking. And she was like, yeah, I was ugly to you, wasn't I? I said, yeah, you was a little rough around the edges. I said, but I don't take it personal. But I said, I just want you to realize how you was talking. Because there was no reason for it. Because I came in your room as professional as I knew how. I wasn't talking to you ugly, so I didn't see the point in you being so ugly. Well, I'm such as she was talking about her sickness. I said, ma'am, I understand that. I said, but that still does not give you a right to be ugly to people who are trying to help you. And so after that, we've developed a good little relationship. So I just had to tell her. So she wasn't ugly to me no more. Yep. So I went in, let me tell you about this other patient, then I'm gonna let y'all go. I went in his room, get him breathing treatment. And he was so ugly. What you in my room for? Such and such, such and such. I was like, sir, the doctor has ordered for you to have some breathing treatment. X amount of hours, blase, blase, I was just talking. He just fussing. When I asked that young lady for some ice cream, she hadn't brought it. I said, sir, I'm not here to give you any ice cream. I'm here to give you a breathing treatment. But if you go ahead and take the breathing treatment, I go find out about your ice cream, or either I go get it for you. Well, I just want you to do your job. I said, sir, evidently he got me confused with the girl that was supposed to be getting him the ice cream. I said, I'm trying to do my job. I'm trying to give you the breathing treatment. What is your supervisor's name? I said, okay. I gave him the name. Well, I'm going to report you. I said, okay, I don't have any problem with you report me. I said, but before I left out the room, I said, sir, the only problem I have, I don't think I asked this for you to tell the truth. I said, now, if you're going to report me and tell a lie, then we're going to have a problem. And just so happened, God so good, a nurse was standing right there the whole time. And she was like, what is he going to report you for? All you did was try to do your job and try to give him a breathing treatment. He's upset with whatever the PCT name for not getting you. I said, I don't know, ma'am. So anyway, so we called the supervisor up there, and he told, I don't know what he told. He might have lied. He had to lie. Because the supervisor, she had told me just not to go back in the room again. So I went and got him one. I swapped patient with another therapist. I was saying to myself, baby, I don't want to go back in the room if he lied anyway. And so I don't think he lied. I think he did tell the truth, but he just went ahead. I guess he was just so outdone with how he had acted. He just went ahead and said, I just don't want her in my room anymore, just to make it seem like I had did something. Because the nurse that witnessed it, she was in the room with the house supervisor, and she told her exactly what I said and what happened. So I was just like, okay, he just having a bad day. That's fine. I mean, he did me a favor, because I didn't want to entertain his attitude anymore anyway, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to be professional the next time. You know what I'm saying? So that might have saved my job. So I was like, thank you, Jesus. That's fine. So we swapped patients. I ain't go back in his room no more. We ain't had no more problem with him that day. I was just saying to myself, what? I mean, why he couldn't just ask me, ma'am, do you mind going to give me some ice cream? But people just ain't going to do that. But anyway, this just me be rambling on. I just be talking. So I'm finna go ahead and get on up this road. I got about 10 more minutes to go. And I hope y'all have a good day, good Sunday. I plan to. And so I'm just like that guy, that little young guy that I met. Said, this is the best day of my life. So this is the best day of my life, y'all. This is Miss V. I'm going to continue to show you love. And I'm going to continue to help you save on some of the things you need to get some of the things you want. Thank you and have a nice day.